because we're going to publish it out to the district. I want to thank everybody tonight for being here to hear motivational and inspirational stuff. I've known Lark for a while now. She is a golden personality. She did send me an introduction, which I will read, and then I'm going to release the floor over to Lark for her comments. Tonight, our 2018-2019 Toastmasters International Director, President Lark Doley will present Gold in District Leadership. Lark loves gold because it symbolizes valuable benefits we receive through Toastmasters. Please, everybody, give a warm welcome to our immediate past international president, Lark Doley. Yay!
Yay, Lark!
Good evening, 58. It is golden to be with you tonight. I am honored that I was invited to participate tonight. Now, we are going to do a lot of interacting, but because we're online, we probably should be interacting most on the chat, but we can do both. So if you want to make an emotional outburst, then feel free to do that. But we're talking about a topic that I'm passionate about, and that is about district leadership. So my first question for all of you to enter into the chat is, why did you join Toastmasters? So just in a few words, be concise, Toastmasters, write in the chat why you joined Toastmasters. And Trent, our golden chat master, is going to read some of your responses. So go ahead and tell us what some of them are saying, Trent.
So I'm already getting them to be braved because I was afraid of people, to gain confidence, to meet new people, opportunity. They're actually scrolling faster I can read. To improve overall communication skills, to be better at impromptu speaking, to be a more effective speaker. Oh, my Lord. Lark, you've done this. Woo.
Okay, well, let's stop there. Now, I didn't hear a lot of people saying to become a leader. And I will tell you that when I joined Toastmasters, I joined to improve my communication skills. I wasn't thinking about leadership in Toastmasters. And then I found the gold in leadership in this organization. So my next question for all of you, if you have served as a leader at any level of our organization, why have you served as that leader? So now type in why you've served as a leader. And Trent, as they start entering, give us some more information.
To accept a new challenge. To help direct others. Because I was asked to help others, to get my DT, woohoo! To protect my country, to help make their clubs better. Again, they're flowing in, Lark.
Beautiful. So, as all of you should know, and I bet you do know because you are smart golden Toastmasters, when you join Toastmasters and you agree to the Toastmasters promise, you agree to serve in leadership roles when needed. So I love the one that said, I was asked. We need to ask more people to join our organization, and then we need to ask more people to lead in our organization. And I will tell you, the reason that I began my leadership journey is because I was asked. And I think today, if I had not been asked, where would I be in this organization? We need to ask people to join our organization because our organization has golden benefits for all of us in leadership and in communication. And by the way, the most priceless value of this organization that I had no idea I would find is the priceless benefit of friendships around the world. So not only do we learn more effective communication skills, more effective leadership skills, but we gain friendships around the world. So, why should you lead? To continue to grow and develop in Toastmasters. Now, I want you to type into the chat the highest level of leadership that you have held in our organization to date. So, club leadership, area leadership, division leadership, district leadership, international leadership, regional leadership. So type in the chat the level of leadership that you've had, and in the club. So have you been the president? Have you been the vice president of education? What is the leadership role that you've held as well? So tell me, Trent, what they're saying.
I have everything from RA on down. It's scroll again. It's fabulous. Sergeant at Arms, public relations. These are all leaders.
Golden. All right. So let's see if we can't go to the next slide here. And this is that throughout our organization, at every level of our organization, there are leadership opportunities. You determine your journey in our organization. So as you selected your path in Pathways, you will select your leadership path as well. I want you to decide the benefits you can receive from leadership in this organization and then pursue those leadership opportunities. So let's see what types of leadership opportunities we have. Now this is in the leadership handbook, and I hope that you've seen this. I hope that you understand the leadership opportunities here, and literally the member is at the top of our organization and members join clubs. Every club has the leaders that you see on the left-hand side. That club executive committee starts with the president, vice president education, vice president membership, vice president public relations, secretary, treasurer, sergeant at arms, and the immediate past president. So those are the club level leadership opportunities. Now, look at the next level in our organization, areas. And if you look at the area council, we have an area director that leads the area council. And we encourage our area directors to have assistants. And we would love for them to have an area director program quality assistant. We'd like them to have an assistant area director of club growth. We'd like them to have an area secretary. And then the 3 members of the area council from the clubs are the club president, the club vice president education, and the club vice president membership. So that makes up the area council, and we want our area directors to hold area council meetings. So these are area leadership opportunities. Then the next level of leadership are the divisions. And as you see, we have what we call a division council, and that's led by the division director. Again, we would love for our division directors to have assistants. And as you can see, there's an assistant of division program quality, there's an assistant division director of club growth, and then all of the area directors are a part of the division council. Then we get into district leadership. And by the way, areas and divisions are a part of district leadership. But we have this district council, and guess what? Who's a member of the district council? Well, all of the club presidents and vice presidents of education, as well as the district executive committee. They are all a part of the district council. And then the district executive committee is composed of the area directors, the division directors, and then you see there the district director, program quality director, club growth director, administration manager, finance manager, and the public relations manager. So that makes up the district executive committee. After the district, we have districts formed into regions, and every region is led by a region advisor. And then I've had the privilege to serve on the board of directors, both as an international director and on the executive committee. So every region has an international director. We have 14 regions, 14 international directors. Then we have 5 executive committee members, and they begin with the second vice president, the first vice president, the president-elect, the president, and I'm serving my last year on the executive committee as the immediate past president. So now looking at this, expansive leadership opportunities, what do you think? Do you have an opportunity to develop your leadership skills in our organization? And now do you understand why we are an organization where leaders are made? Look at this list of leadership opportunities. And when you think about our 350,000 members around the world, and you think about the 7 leadership opportunities within the club and all of these other leadership opportunities, literally in any one year, 1/3 or more of our members are serving in some leadership role in our organization. We are definitely a place where leaders are made. But let's go into some of these leadership opportunities in more depth. The club, that's the first place where I got my feet wet in leadership. And I started out as a club secretary. I was so excited about serving as a club secretary. And that happened after my first 6 months in this organization. And then I ran for president. And by the way, it was a contested race. I was biting my nails wondering if I would be elected the president of the club, but I was. That began my leadership journey within Toastmasters at the club level. I began attending area events and thought, oh my gosh, look at this. There are area events, there are contests. I'm meeting other people in other clubs. And I found out that the area contest was directed by the area director, and that role was an appointed role, that I could apply for it, and I did, and I served as an area director. So areas are the second level of leadership opportunity in our organization. All right, so now, if you've served as an area director or area governor, please type in the chat that you have served in that position. And Trent, give me an idea of how many people have actually served in that position.
Yeah, they're going now. I've already got 5. So we got, oh yeah, there's 7, 8, 9. We've got Lori Hayes, Eric Hund, Douglas, yeah, Mike.
Great.
Oh, so the point is that they're showing that they've done this. Yes.
Okay.
They are.
All right. So Trent, let me ask you, do you have all your area director positions filled for next year?
I do not.
Aha. All right. So tonight, I'd like those who have served as area directors to participate, and those who have not yet served as an area director to consider it. And if you are interested in serving as an area director, then you need to send that information to Trent so that he can consider you for this opportunity. All right, so my next question for all of those who have served as area directors, I want you to type in the chat the benefits to you of serving as an area director. So what did you gain from serving as an area director? Did you gain professional skills? Did you gain personal skills? And be as specific as you can about what you gained from being an area director.
And
Now,
Lark, we already have things in here.
Go.
Douglas, it's the best job I've ever had. Linda said, I agree. Meeting and learning from other clubs, meeting new people, additional growth, increased interpersonal skills, how to speak in front of people I don't know.
Oh.
And yeah, we need to work on like chat flow on this because it's scrolling faster than I can read.
I tell you, you just need to be a speed reader, Trent. And I don't know, maybe you can learn that.
Thanks, Lark. I'll add that to my list.
The short list, right? The short list. All right. I agree with the initial comments that were made. This is the best leadership position in our organization, in my opinion. And by the way, I plan to serve as an area director again in this organization, again in a couple of years, once I finish all my executive officer responsibilities. I want to come back and be an area director. And as has been said, it's the opportunity to meet clubs. It's an opportunity to share with clubs, learn from clubs. It is an opportunity to gain trust with clubs and support those clubs. So the district mission, for those of you who've not served in district leadership, is to build new clubs and support every club in achieving excellence. Well, guess what? The area director is the direct to support to clubs within their area. And so let's look at this. The responsibilities of an area director. They are the direct liaison between the clubs and the district. They are supposed to visit their clubs twice a year. Now, what I would say to you as an area director, I hope that you will visit your clubs as often as you can. And now with our new online world, and if our clubs maintain that online presence, there's no reason why you can't visit your clubs as often as your professional and personal life will allow. I always say the following: if you attend a club meeting and they do not introduce you as their area director, you know that you have gained their trust, because at that point, they believe that you are one of them. But a responsibility is to visit every club within your area at least twice a year. And as I said, I hope you visit as often as you can. Now, we want you to be in touch with your club presidents on a monthly basis. How are they doing? What do they need? How can you support them? Conducting area council meetings. Again, the requirement is only twice a year, but in order to share best practices, in order for the clubs to get to know one another and learn from one another, I hope you'll have them at least once a quarter, if not more often than that. And then promoting the district benefits to the clubs. And that is the district training and all the district events like conferences and contests that you will have. So these are some of the responsibilities of area directors. All right, now, again, those of you who have served as area directors, I want you to type in a skill or a competency that you've learned from the role of area director. So be specific now. A skill that you learned or a competency that you learned as an area director. So Trent, are they typing as fast now?
Impromptu speaking.
They're thinking now. That's what I thought.
Better dealing with various people, being a leader, time management, better reporting skills, how to host a speech contest, and how to learn how to tell a joke.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a new one. I didn't learn that as an area director, but the next time I will learn that. That's what I'll focus on the next time.
Organized and promoted area contest, diplomacy, multitasking. Whew.
Wow. So what I want all of you to know is that you can go out to the Toastmasters website and you can type in that you want to know the competencies that are learned in leadership roles, and it will give them to you. I selected a few to put on these slides tonight. And so these are the ones that I selected. I believe that as an area director, you first have to develop trust with your clubs, because you have the opportunity to support the clubs. If they are not being as successful as they want to be, if they are not achieving the goals that they want to achieve, then you need to offer some mentorship, some coaching, some ideas for how they can improve. And you can use moments of truth to support them in this. You can also use the Quality Club checklist that we introduced last year to do this, and go through areas of improvement with them and how you can support them to improve their club. But you can't do that until you develop trust. You have to go and attend their club meetings, observe them, compliment them, gain their trust, and then as you observe areas of improvement for them, talk with them about those opportunities for improvement. So you've got to use those analytical skills, those critical thinking skills. You have to be organized. You have to coach them and mentor them. You can't go in like a bulldozer and tell them everything they're doing wrong. No. Area director visits are just like speech evaluations. We have to compliment our clubs and then give them some ideas for areas of improvement, and then work with them on those areas for improvement. Punctuality is important when it comes to being an area director, because if you're going to be attending club meetings, I want you to be there before they begin their meetings, so you need to be punctual. I've listed core values on every single leadership role because I believe that the foundation of leadership is integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Those 4 core values need to carry us through every leadership opportunity in our organization. So what do you think? Are these some of the skills and competencies you would like to learn in Toastmasters? Would these support your personal life and your professional life? They have mine. So I hope if you've not served as an area director, you'll think about what you can gain in skills and competencies in the area director role. And if you've served as an area director before and you want to serve again, let Trent know that as well. The next level of leadership is division leadership. And the division director is responsible for mentoring, coaching the area directors that will be under his or her leadership. But the division director has other responsibilities as well. So let's look at those responsibilities. They lead and support the area directors. They are responsible for ensuring that all the clubs in their division are fulfilling the club mission. Now they do this through the area directors because the area directors are the direct link to the club. So the area directors will be evaluating how well each club in their area is fulfilling the club mission. And then the division director will be supporting them in supporting the clubs to fulfill that mission. They will be contacting the area directors every single month. And again, I recommend that be online meetings. They're going to be coordinating those division activities, setting division goals, assisting in training area leaders and club officers. And something else that's the responsibility at every level of our organization is promoting our organization to gain new members and new clubs. We want to strengthen those clubs that we have, and we want to continuously be building new clubs so that more and more people can reap the golden benefits of our organization. All right, so Trent, anyone who's been a division director, I want them to type in the chat the skills or competencies that they have gained as a division director.
For the record, though, there have been a couple of comments on here based on area, which said, yes, all of these plus, you don't have to be perfect, just do it and be the best version of you.
Yeah, I love that.
Teamwork, core values, leading different personality types, 2X mentoring and coaching. Wow, I'm actually caught up. It's amazing.
Yeah, those are excellent. Those are all excellent. And again, I've selected some of the ones that you can find on the Toastmasters website. Absolutely, at this level, the division director is supervising a team. And so building that team, supervising that team is critical. Empowering those area directors to do their job. again, organization, critical thinking, analytical skills, those really span all the leadership roles in our organization. Collaboration. So here, and in the area director role, you need to collaborate with your clubs. We need to collaborate and build teams within every level of leadership in this organization, and the core values. So as you can see, we're building at each level of leadership on the skills and competencies. And these will support your professional careers, and I find they help me in my personal life as well. All right, after the division level, there is the district executive leadership. And I want you to see the district executive officers. So we have 6 that report directly to the district director. And the division directors also report to the district director. The area directors report to the division directors. So let's look at each one of these district executive officer roles. And I want to start with the logistics manager. So look at this, there's an empty room, isn't there? Yeah, we have COVID-19 that's impacted us actually getting together. But when you look at this room, the logistics manager is responsible for the logistics of the district. And every district uses their logistics manager in a different way. But the logistics manager is similar to the sergeant at arms within our Toastmasters clubs. And so let's look at the responsibilities of the logistics manager as written in the district leadership handbook. So they are responsible for selecting meeting locations for events like business meetings, training, speech contests, and other events. And the district director will be the one to determine which locations the logistics manager is responsible for selecting. They organize the room, they set up the necessary equipment, they distribute program materials. Doesn't this sound like the sergeant at arms at your club? But this is at the district level. They maintain district property and they address disruptions during meetings. So let's take, for example, a contest. If there's a disruption during a contest, maybe a baby crying, if someone's brought a child, then they would address that. They would make sure that the rooms were secured during the contest. So those are some of the logistics manager's responsibilities. Now, if you have served as a sergeant at arms within your club, or you have served as a logistics manager, I want you to type in the chat the skills and competencies that you gained in that leadership role. So if you've served as a sergeant at arms at the club level or a logistics manager at the district level, type in the skills and competencies. So Trent, what are we seeing?
I can do better than that. Jessica White actually put in there that she is our elected new logistics manager, and she went, woohoo, you're so good.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, I will tell you that next to being an area director, my favorite role at the district level is conference logistics manager. So conference logistics manager is my next favorite role, and I have served in that role for years in District 55. I don't know if they'll ask me back to do that, but I love to do that. And I love to check out the rooms every morning at 6 a.m. and make sure that they're all set up according to how they're supposed to be set up, and then follow through the entire convention conference. It is always the best role for me. When
For
it comes
the record,
to
Lark, you also got a note back from Jessica saying, are you kidding me? Wow, laughing out loud. So got that too.
Good. All right, so let's look at these. Asset management. I have to tell you a quick, fun story. My husband, Roger, was a member of Toastmasters, and as we started tonight, I talked about him some. He was from England, and he loved speaking, and he was a competitor. He won the international speech competition 3 times at the district level, went on to the regional level and placed second twice. So as you can tell, he was a competitor. but he also served as the logistics manager for the district here. And he was responsible for all the equipment, all the sound equipment. And what we found is that purchasing sound equipment, purchasing LCD projectors was so much less expensive than renting them at different venues. So he kept all of that equipment. Well, when a new CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, joined Toastmasters, Roger was serving as the treasurer of the district at that time. It's called treasurer then, not finance manager. And he told the Chief Financial Officer of Toastmasters that districts had assets. And the Chief Financial Officer said, "Districts have assets?" And Roger sent him our entire asset list. So asset management is a part of the role of the district logistics manager. Some districts have a lot of assets and some don't. Organization, diplomacy, tact. So when you're coordinating with a venue on logistics, you need to have diplomacy and tact. Punctuality is critical for the logistics manager. Collaborating with all of the individuals or the teams who will be present at the different events. Resourcefulness when something doesn't work. Flexibility, adaptability, and always the foundation of our core values. All right, so what's next? The finance manager. So does your district have any money? Do your clubs have any money? Yes, we have money and it needs to be managed. And at the district level, it is managed by the finance manager. At the club level, it's managed by the treasurer. So let's look at the finance manager responsibilities at the district level. Well, they have fiscal oversight and management of the funds that the district receives. They assist the district director in developing a budget based upon the district's goals. They record the revenues and expenses in an accounting system. They submit timely profit and loss statements to the district council and to the district executive officers. They requisition and have receipts and disbursement of district funds. So these are the responsibilities of the district finance manager. Now, if you have served as a club treasurer or as a district finance manager, I want you to type into the chat the skills or competencies that you have gained.
Record keeping.
Absolutely.
Oh, slow on this one, you know.
Oh, there's not a lot of people who like to manage money.
Accountability.
Oh, that's a good one. Ooh, that's a great one.
Multiple times fiscal responsibility. Budgeting, follow up with members about payments.
There you go.
Yes.
All right, great job. So let's look at these. Fiscal responsibility, absolutely on top. Budgeting and accounting. I will tell you at the district level, I think that it is best if the finance manager has some accounting background because of all of the accounting that needs to be done at the district level. At the club level, not so much, but at the district level, if you have an accounting background, budgeting background, then I think that's highly valuable to a finance manager. Obviously, accuracy, being disciplined in making sure that when you receive a receipt, that you reimburse the individual according to the district director. Honesty has to be a value of a finance manager. I don't know if your district has ever lost funds due to some improper accounting practices, but certainly within my district, I know that that has happened, unfortunately. A working knowledge of the governing documents, because there are things that we can do in the area of finances and there are things we cannot do. So it's great for the finance manager to have that working knowledge of our governing documents. And always, always, always the foundation of the core values. As I told you, my husband was a district finance manager, and at that time it was called the district treasurer. And I will tell you, he was, and I'm not biased, yes I am, I think he was probably the best finance manager this district has ever seen. He kept impeccable records. He made sure that everything balanced to the penny, and I mean to the penny. And he always felt that way about our accounting. I was not very good at it. He always asked me about why I was spending money, where I was spending it, but he was a finance master. The next opportunity at the district level is the administration manager. And so let's look at the district administration manager responsibilities. The historical records of the district, recording and distributing minutes of district executive committee meetings and district council meetings, maintaining accurate, timely records of district business, upholding the district administrative bylaws and district procedures, and being responsible for all district correspondence. So do you see how these roles, many of them align with our club roles? So if you have ever served as the club secretary or the administration manager for the district, type in the skills or competencies that you learned in those leadership roles.
Not yet.
No one served as secretary? Aha. Okay, there's some opportunities for leadership there.
Oh, gotcha. I don't know what that means, but okay. Doing meeting minutes, club or district?
All right, well, let's help them out. It sounds like they need to see some of these skills and competencies so they'll know that they want to serve in this role. All right, are you ready? Organization. So again, we said that the administration manager aligns to the club secretary, and obviously the club secretary needs to be organized. So does the administration manager. Detail orientation, writing and editing skills. So part of the responsibility of the administration manager is to take minutes of the district executive committee meetings, of the district council meetings. So they need to have good written skills, accuracy, punctuality, dependability, discipline, tact when they're working with the different leaders within the organization, analytical skills, and core values. And I'd like to tell you a story here. One year, the District 55, my home district, was looking for an administration manager. And the district director contacted me and said, Lark, do you know anyone who could fulfill this role? Well, I immediately knew someone because she worked for an organization where she did not only her administration job, but was also responsible for their board and taking the minutes at their board meetings. And she was meticulous in everything that she did. So I recommended her to the district director, and guess what? She eventually became the district director herself. So think about your skill set. Do you have these skills, especially in the area of detail orientation, accuracy, written skills, and have you served as the club secretary? If you haven't, there's an opportunity at the club level. And then if you're interested in doing this at the district level, that's another leadership opportunity for you. All right, public relations manager, the next district leadership role. The responsibilities of the public relations manager at the district level. A comprehensive communication plan, publicity to inform members and the local community about club and district events, and member achievements, increasing awareness of Toastmasters through all available media to attract new members and new clubs. Do you see the alignment here to the club? The Vice President Public Relations. All right, so now if you have served as the Vice President Public Relations at the club level, or you've served as the District Public Relations Manager, type in the skills that you gained as the Public Relations Manager or VP of Public Relations.
Working with local news outlets and posting events and educational awards on social media, getting announcements quickly, email marketing, negotiation skills, internal communications, social media.
Beautiful. Well, I will tell you that in the PR role, I do believe you have to be someone who loves social media. And I will tell you, I am not one of those people. Well, I love it, but I wouldn't be the person to be the PR manager or the vice president public relations now, because you need to be social media savvy, I believe, in order to fill that role. Now, if those are skills that you want to learn, then go for it. Absolutely. That is just not an area I'm comfortable with at this point in time. So, public relations manager, all of the skills that you just said, absolutely. Marketing. So PR is a part of marketing. And at the district level, we want the public relations manager to be willing to reach out to the geographic territory of the district and promote Toastmasters within that geography. And we want them to do it through social media and any other opportunities that are available to us. So we want them to develop a communication plan. We want them to develop a marketing strategy in conjunction with the club growth director so that the district can increase its visibility through the public relations manager efforts. Creative thinking, innovative planning, communicating, verbal, written, both of those skills are needed for the public relations manager. Building a team. So again, all of these roles have the opportunity to lead a team and not be the sole contributor here. Sales and promotion, having that type of background would be valuable. Collaborating with all the other leaders and groups within our organization and outside our organization. Knowledge of Toastmasters brand, compliance, and online PR resources, and always, always the core values. So look at these opportunities to develop your skills. They're amazing. The club growth director is the next district executive leadership opportunity. And let's look at their responsibilities. They are responsible for club building and club retention. They need to write a marketing strategy for the district. They need to develop outreach and retention efforts with existing community and corporate clubs, and also penetrate new markets and build new clubs. And they also need to support the challenge clubs, those clubs that need more support. All right, so what do you think? Where's the alignment here with the club growth director? Well, it's aligned with the VP of membership, the vice president of membership at the club level. So if you've served as the vice president membership at the club level, or you've served as a district club growth director, write in the skills that you gained.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, there it is. Promoting Toastmasters to local news, TV, and radio, membership, VP, sales, negotiation skills, diplomacy multiple times, making the sale, Toastmasters promotions, getting out of my comfort zone, working with corporations and education groups,
Beautiful.
greeting guests, asking for the sale, and ABC, always be closing.
Yeah, always be closing. I agree. Ask for the sale. Ask for the sale when you have a guest come to your meetings, and absolutely the club growth director needs to ask for the sale when approaching corporations and communities to form new clubs. So let's look at this. Marketing strategy, creative thinking, innovative planning, team building, sales and motivation, collaboration, goal setting and achievement, analytical skills, math skills. Now you may be asking yourself, why does the club growth director need math skills? Well, there are charter fees and there are charter member fees, and it is important to figure those fees out. And also, depending on when clubs charter, it's good to bridge from one semi-annual dues payment to another one, depending on when the club charters. So some math skills can come in handy as the club growth director. And as always, the foundation of our core values. All right, the program quality director at the district level. So what does the program quality director do? Well, as the title states, they are to support quality club programming and the Distinguished Club program. They oversee the district conference. They promote all members achieving their educational goals and recognizing them. They manage the training programs at the club and district level, and they promote and support club quality and member retention. Just a small role. Now, what's the alignment to the club? Have you guessed? Vice President Education. So now I want you to type into the chat if you have served as the Vice President Education of your club or as the District Program Quality Director, the skills you have gained.
So far we have Lynn saying, that's me. And Douglas saying, PQD, good on training. And learn how to trust volunteers and time management, organization, mentoring members. VP, super critical. Oh my Lord. The conflict resolution, meeting management. I was VP of club. Oh.
Terrific. Oh, I'm so excited about all of the skills that you're writing into the chat. Thank you, Trent. All right, so management. At this level, we are getting into the managerial roles. Organization and planning, team building, and not only building the team, but managing the team. Delegation. The program quality director cannot fulfill the program quality director roles and responsibilities on his or her own. Neither can the club growth director, but at this level, we're talking about all types of events. Every event needs to be led by a team. Empowerment, delivering excellence, analytical skills, resourcefulness, and always the foundation of the core values. All right, so the next role. I hope that the captain of the ship does not have this attitude. Trent, I don't want to see this face next year. And Lisa, I know I would never have seen this face on you.
You know.
Now, because I live in a lighthouse home, I have an affinity for anything that has to do with water or captaining, being a captain. The district director is the captain of the district. But these are the types of captains that I like to see. And I know that your district directors are these types of captains. But let's look at the responsibilities in written form.
So, Lark,
directly overseeing all district operations. Yes.
I don't own any Spanx, okay? Just to be clear.
All right, well, you need to get them. All right, so overseeing all district operations, finances, and all of the individuals who are a part of their team. Supervising and guiding elected and appointed district leaders to fulfill the district mission of building new clubs and supporting all clubs in achieving excellence. Inspiring team members to achieve their goals and collaborating to set the district's strategic direction. All right, so you see an alignment, president, district director. So if you've served as a club president or a district director, type in the chat the skills that you have gained.
Lark, I don't want to read these, I'm sorry. Because but once we get past that, Douglas was multiple everything, negotiation skills, and I have people telling me that Spanx are not golden, resolve conflict, having fun in leadership, and resolve a conflict resolution, encouraging others.
That's
I'm glad we ended on a positive note. Yeah.
Good, I am too. All right, so as you can see, these are some of the leadership skills that are gained at the district director level. Management, strategic planning, fiscal responsibility, team management, delegation, empowerment, collaboration, conflict resolution, analytical skills, and all on the foundation of our core values. Well, After the district, there are other leadership opportunities. We don't have time to talk about them tonight, but I want you to know that at the regional level, you can serve as a region advisor. We have our world headquarters staff, and they are truly the most golden staff I've ever had the privilege to work with. And then your board of directors, who sets the strategic direction of your organization. So I end with this question for each of you. What is the next golden step in leadership for you? If you have not served in district leadership, I highly encourage you to do so. And after that, who knows? Maybe president of our organization is in your future as well. It has been my golden honor to be here tonight. I'm sorry I took up more time, Trent, than we originally discussed, but I am certainly willing to answer any questions, and I'm willing to stay on even after the hour if the Zoom master is willing to stay on. But you said I was a host, so I could stay on, couldn't I?
Good.
Okay. All right. I am going to stop sharing my screen, and then if anyone has questions, and if you want to do so, Trent, you might, let me know about the chat.
Yep, I'll certainly do that. First off, Lark, thank you. I've been through many of these, but that was a golden, beautiful presentation. I know you live in a lighthouse. I know you have affinity for them, but thank you for showing us the way and the light.
You are so welcome. Thank you for asking me. It's been an honor.
We have a bit of time, and for those that don't know on the call, this is the International Sign Language for clapping without saying. So please, if you put your questions in the chat, I will moderate them.
And I'd be honored to answer them. And if you ask me a question that is something that the board hasn't discussed yet, or they have, but it's not public information yet, I will certainly tell you that. But I'm happy to answer any questions about district leadership or about our international organization that I can answer for you.
For those that don't know, we're actually recording this and we're going to publish it as well as the slide deck, because Lark actually did that for us. So we're going to have that as well for District 58. And Lark, we have a couple.
Okay.
And they're all like nice things saying, thank you, Lark. So
okay. Well, does anybody have a question? And if not, that's okay. But I do expect all of you, if you don't have any questions, to serve in district leadership, and you need to send Trent. So Trent, where should they send their request to be an area director?
T. Keneally, TKENELLY @gmail.com.
Okay. And you might, Trent, you might want to type that in the chat for them. So if they didn't get it. All right.
We have, how do I join? Logistics manager should get credit for service. What is the hardest leadership role? And what is your #1 takeaway from being an international?
Okay, so let's look at a couple of these.
President.
All right, so how do I join? Just absolutely go out to Toastmasters.org, look at find a club that's close to you and join. Visit them and join, and they should be meeting online now. All right, then, what is the most difficult leadership role in Toastmasters? I do believe that serving as president is the most difficult role in the organization, because literally you have the world on your shoulders. I wanted certainly for us to make decisions last year that would promote our organization and that would lead us into a golden future. So that's a difficult role. Let's see, one takeaway from being international director. That opened my eyes to the world of Toastmasters. Certainly at that point in time, I had visited districts within the United States, and I'd had actually an opportunity to visit a district in England because my husband was from there and we visited a Toastmasters club there. But it truly opened my eyes to the world of Toastmasters and the fact that decisions that we make that I think are the appropriate decisions perhaps for my district or for my region may not be the right decision for a region or a district across and around the globe. So it opened my eyes that our decisions have to be global decisions.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'll say about gold, let's see, and then maybe a couple of, where did gold come from? It is an interesting story. When I ran for Lieutenant Governor Marketing, which is now the club growth director role, it was Lieutenant Governor Marketing, and my campaign theme was share the wealth of Toastmasters. And then somehow it gravitated to share the gold of Toastmasters. And I started giving away gold chocolate. So the Hershey's Gold Nuggets, I gave them away. I started wearing gold. And the next year when I served as Lieutenant Governor of Education and Training, it was an Olympic year. So my campaign theme was go for gold, and it just stuck. And I truly believe that Toastmasters is golden. So that's how it came about. Do all of the roles discussed qualify for Pathways DTM? No, they don't. They don't. And so what I would say to you is I could go through them, but if you have a question about that, just ask and they'll go through them with you. What has been the most challenging part of the coronavirus for World Headquarters? Oh, wow. So I will share a story with you. I was at the executive committee meeting in Denver, Colorado. I had flown on March the 8th to Denver, Colorado for the executive committee meeting. And we were having about 4 days of executive committee meetings, and then the board was supposed to arrive, and we were having the board meeting. And as you can imagine, during those 4 days of the executive committee meeting is when the world started shutting down. So during that time, our CEO talked with us about sending the World Headquarters staff to work from home. And that decision was made quickly and sent them home. And then for our board meeting, we did have members who did fly to the board meeting, but many were online. So we were not able to hold an in-person board meeting with everyone, but we did very, very well. So we began our Zoom discussions with our March board meeting. Yeah. So that's how it impacted World Headquarters. And I will tell you, they're still working from home. So, and they're doing hopefully a golden job. All right, I see the green. So we may have an opportunity for a couple more. Oh, that's very interesting. What are the key differences between clubs in the US and clubs outside of the United States? We all follow the same format, but it is interesting, and I have visited clubs around the world. Some of them will have different roles. I found in China, when I was in China, that it was normal and it really kind of expected for clubs to interact and for club members from one club to visit another club. So it was fascinating to me that they expected that. So they always expected guests, but they also expected guests from other clubs, which was fascinating. But clubs around the world follow the same format, and it's all pure gold. All right, do we have maybe one more? All right, I'm trying to find one. Is anybody?
Yeah, I don't see any, Lark, but again,
all right.
I would tell everyone, if you have not taken this opportunity, you missed it, because Lark, you are a golden personality.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, you live in a lighthouse. But thank you for shining a light for District 58.
It has been my golden honor, and if you're ever in Texas, close to Austin, Texas, my home is your home. Thank you for this opportunity tonight. Love you all, and stay strong, and thank you for all you're doing to promote our organization, to gain members, because we all need improved communication and leadership skills and friendship in this time. Thank you. Mwah! Blessings to all of you.
Yay!
Yay.
Bye, everyone. Good night.